I canceled my nephew's orthodontist payment plan after the office called asking why the account holder never answers. My sister Danielle has 3 kids and I have none. I make decent money and she doesn't. So over the years, I've helped out in ways that felt reasonable. School supplies, car repairs, 1 month of rent when her ex stopped paying child support. Normal stuff. Last spring, she called me about my nephew Caleb, who's 11, and said the dentist told her he needed braces and there was a payment plan through an orthodontist, but she couldn't swing the monthly amount. She sent me the treatment plan, $215 a month for 2 years. I said okay and set up auto pay directly through the office's patient portal with my card on file. I figured it was cleaner than handing her cash. The office had my phone number as the account contact because I was the one paying. Danielle would handle everything else, take him to appointments, deal with it day-to-day. That was the arrangement, at least in my head. 6 months go by. I don't hear anything about it. I assume no news is good news. Then I get a call on a Tuesday morning from a woman named Patricia at the front desk. She says they've been trying to reach the account holder about Caleb's file and have left several voicemails. I tell her I don't have any voicemails from them. She checks and reads me the number they've been calling. It's my old cell, a number I changed 8 months ago. I give her my current one and ask what's going on. Patricia gets a little careful in how she talks after that. She says Caleb has only had 2 appointments since treatment started. The first one was the initial fitting consultation. The second was a 1-month follow-up. After that, nothing. He's missed 4 scheduled visits. They've been trying to reach someone to reschedule and no one has responded. She says they can't continue to hold the account active without communication and would I like to speak to the treatment coordinator. I told her I'd call back. I sat there for a minute and then I called Danielle. She answered on the second ring, which almost made it worse somehow. Hey, I just got off the phone with Dr. Ashworth's office. I said, oh yeah, I've been meaning to call them back. They said Caleb hasn't been in since July. Pause. We've had a lot going on. It's November, Danielle. I know. We just need to reschedule. He's been busy with school and I work Saturdays now, so the scheduling has been hard. I asked if she'd gotten their voicemails. She said she might have missed a few. I asked how you missed 4 calls from your kid's orthodontist over 4 months. She said I was making it sound like she was a bad mom. I told her I wasn't. I was asking a direct question. Then she told me the drive was 40 minutes each way and gas has been brutal lately, and I felt something shift in my chest because now we were getting somewhere. I've been paying $215 a month, I said, since May. I know and I appreciate that, I really do. That's almost $1,300 so far for 2 appointments. The initial work they did was expensive. That's not nothing. I called the office back the next morning and asked Patricia to walk me through what work had actually been done. She put me on hold and came back and said the consultation and the initial bonding of the upper brackets. That was it. Upper brackets only. Caleb wasn't even in active treatment yet. She said typically patients come in monthly for adjustments, but without visits the treatment just sits. I asked what would happen if I canceled the plan. She said I'd owe a cancellation fee of 1 remaining month's payment and the brackets would need to be removed at a separate appointment, which they could schedule. I said okay, let's do that. I texted Danielle after I hung up and told her I'd canceled the plan and that she'd need to take Caleb in to get the upper brackets removed, that the office would reach out to schedule it. She called me back in under 2 minutes, which was something considering how reachable she'd apparently been for the last 4 months. You can't just cancel it. I already did. He needs those braces. His teeth are going to get worse. Then you need to take him to the appointments. I told you the scheduling has been hard. That doesn't mean you just pull the whole thing. I've paid $1,1300 for brackets sitting in a kid's mouth who hasn't seen a doctor since July. I'm not continuing to pay for something that isn't happening. She said I always did this, dangled help and then yanked it away when it was inconvenient for me. I asked her when I had ever done that before. She didn't have an example. She said I was punishing Caleb for her mistakes. I said I was stopping a payment for services not being rendered. She told our mom who called me that evening and said Danielle was really struggling and I should have more compassion. I told my mom I had $1,300 worth of compassion and I wasn't sure what more I could do from here. Caleb still has the upper brackets in.